What's up guys, John here and welcome back to Johnmunstudios. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to get the perfect take inside of Cubase 12 Pro, so let's get right to it. So I'm sure most of you watching this know the traditional way to record enable a track. So we have an audio track, we're going to hit the record enable button, and then we're going to hit the record button down here, and then it's going to start recording the track from wherever the locator position was. So in this case, the locator position was in bar 1, and then I stopped it on bar 3 and it recorded this track here. So now, let's say you messed up on measure 2. The first thing you would do instinctively is go to 2, and then hit the record button again and try to record a take over that. Now, the problem with that is that you can't press the record button and then run to your instrument and play it all at the same time and be able to land in time. So what you would probably do next is go backwards a few bars, and then you would record from here. You do the recording all the way up to 3, which is where you messed up, and then you would grab this track and then drag it over like this. Now, that is one way you can do it, and obviously the first take is still perfectly fine here. But there is an even better way to do it if you just learn how to use something called punch in and punch out. So I'm going to go ahead and undo that take, and I'm going to show you how to use punch in and punch out. So you're going to go down here to the toolbar, right-click, and you're going to go to punch points. Now you're going to see these 3 icons appear. There's a lock, a punch in, and a punch out icon. If the lock is enabled or white, go ahead and disengage that and leave it like this, so it should be gray now. Because when you click the punch in button, you're going to see a red down arrow appear. We're going to go ahead and put that over 2. And then you're going to see another arrow appear, an up arrow, when you hit punch out, and we're going to put that on 3. Now, all of a sudden, we have this red bar over the top. And now what happens with punch in and punch out is that you don't need to press record anymore. You can leave this engaged, and all you need to do is press play. Now watch what happens. Notice how Cubase automatically registered that I wanted to start recording on 2 and stop recording in 3, and all I needed to do was press play. Why is this important and how is this useful? Well, let's say you want to hear the song 1 bar before you actually start recording. You don't need to sit there or re-record over something you already have, and let's say you forget or you're going to edit and you chop something you're not supposed to. This avoids all of that. So you're going to go ahead and start from 1, just press play. You're going to hear measure 1, and then you're going to start recording on 2, and you don't even need to press stop to stop recording. The recording will go ahead and stop on its own. So if I show you again, it's going to start on 2, and then it's going to stop on 3 for you and just continue playing like if nothing happened. And then all you would need to do is, let's say if you like the take, you're going to press shift on the previous take. You're going to shift on the new take and hit X. And what that's going to do is it's going to create a crossfade. And now you have this take incorporated with the other one, and it's a seamless take altogether. This can be specifically useful if you're doing vocal takes, if you're doing guitar takes. You can have this punch in, punch out, just kind of do it for you. And especially if you're your own engineer and you don't need to have an engineer pressing record and stop for you, the DAW does it all for you on its own automatically. So now let's talk about the lock function. So the lock function, all it does is that it locks your punch in and punch out with the locator. So if I click it, you're going to see the arrows disappear. And now if I hover over the 2, you're going to see that a pencil tool comes out. And if I draw my locators over this lock, what it does is that it locks your punch in and punch out with the locator. So it does the same thing except with the locator. So if I start from here and I just press play, instead of the record enable, just press play and make sure this is engaged. Now it's going to do the take like if it had the regular punch in and punch out points. Me personally, I like leaving it unlocked because I like seeing where my punch in and punch out locators are. And it's a very bright red color, so you can't really miss it. If you feel like this video has provided value, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the ring button so you don't miss any of my weekly videos. Another thing that you can do that can help you out with punch in and punch out locators, let's say you're done with the take. If you don't remove the punch in and punch out locators, if you press play and you hover over it again, it would just continue making takes for for you. So how do you avoid this? Well, you can go down here and click the punch in, punch out, and it'll take off the down and up arrow. But again, I'm all about speed and efficiency. If you press I and O on your keyboard, on your typing keyboard, you can engage and disengage the punch in, punch out locators. And that way it's a lot quicker for you to do it instead of going down here with your mouse and clicking the two buttons.